Hello. We're starting episode 5. What we doing?
I'm doing great.
We were having technical difficulties on the first recording, so we had to stop that and butcher that up a little bit. To recap again, this is like deja vu all over again. Qball's gone. He's a Hyundai car meet thing, so he's not going to be back till next week. So that's when the football talk is going to be next week. And there really hasn't there hasn't been any big movement on the NFL front. A lot of draft day talk and stuff we'll get into next episode. But we're going to cover some baseball today. There's been some things. We also have to talk the Seoul Korea split between the Dodgers and the Padres later in the episode. But right now we're going to talk about Ohtani gambling.
Such a waste of time. Ohtani
Gambling scandal, and I know we just got done laying down some stuff about it. But
a fresh start. Just quickly, bullet point, get into it. It's a lot of big news, no doubt about it. Between my Giants,
let's just bullet point this for everybody. Interpreter loaned money from Ohtani to gamble on soccer, not gambling on baseball.
And it was the interpreter, not Ohtani.
It was the interpreter. So since then, interpreter has gone bye-bye.
Not even a sport.
Interpreter has gone bye-bye. Ohtani has fired said interpreter. You take the fall. But
say it louder.
Yeah, it's
Ohtani falls.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I mean, it's pretty fresh. Like you gotta let MLB do its thing. You gotta let MLB investigate everything. And
right.
When the smoke settles, is Ohtani gonna get suspended or banned or whatever? Probably not.
Oh wait! But wouldn't the state of California investigate? Because we were just talking about how it's illegal to gamble in California, excluding Native American reservation.
Well, the federal government is the one that got triggered in the first place because they got tracked to a dude in Newport who then, they opened up his bank records, who was the bookie, and it tied back to Ohtani. That's where he got pulled into it. So this is federal circuit.
Damn. I mean, wow. That's big. They ain't no bigger than that in federal.
Is that Hold on, let me read this part because is the bookie, is his last name Boyer?
Yeah.
Okay. So this says, of course, once it came to light, that money straight from Ohtani's bank account was used to pay Boyer. The situation was characterized as theft from Ohtani. So basically, the situation is one of these three things. For one, Ohtani, in lieu of telling Mazzara, interpreter, he's not very good at betting and should stop doing it. Told him that their friendship was strong enough to translate to an unlimited pool of gambling credit.
That's never the right idea.
2, Ohtani allowed Ipe to get close enough to commandeer Ohtani's bank accounts and stole the money.
So he married him.
And then 3, Ohtani was one making the bets and Ipe was the conduit.
Now, out of all those, which one makes the most sense?
3.
You let me know.
3?
100%. 100%.
Which one was 3 again? What?
3, it was Ohtani was the one making the bets and the interpreter was the conduit.
He took the fall because he had nothing to lose because he's making 6 figures while Ohtani's making $700 million.
And then
does that make the most sense from a non-biased point of view? Like, you're not an Angel, I'm not a Giant. We know who he plays for and used to play for. Is that the best, or is that the best way?
Well, I mean, the first one is our friendship is so strong. So here, you take my money and fuel your bad gambling habits.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Well, I'll take it one step further. We all have friends. I mean, we're really good friends here too. Okay, these guys are pretty much best friends, brothers. Okay,
right.
David, do you have any of my banking info right now that you can move money over? That doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, we've known each other since we were kids, and you don't have my info. I don't have your info. I'm not
at all.
Like, oh, I mean,
I barely let my wife have it.
Hey Blake,
I'll buy you a cheeseburger.
I'm
but
in
not
the
gonna
whole
go put a car payment
$5,000.
down for you. You know what I mean? Like you want a beer, I'll help you out. But you know, like let's relax for a weekend. But I'm not gonna like help. We're not gonna help each other like with the big.
And especially when you're a multi-millionaire like Shohei, like dude's probably got a couple $100 million already sitting in an account somewhere.
In fact,
you're gonna
he's
let
so
your
rich.
interpreter do it?
It's one of those odd situations. I don't know if they put this in account, but Ohtani, like so many, rich athletes and so on, they probably just have this banker that they call up and say, "Hey, I want to go buy a Rolls Royce. Can I just do that?" And the banker goes, or personal banker goes, "Yeah, go ahead, go buy it." Because as in, he doesn't follow every single dollar. He's so busy on baseball and his other stuff in life. So I kind of that how plays a role in it. But you can't just let go. You can't just like turn a blind eye and act like you had no idea that money was leaving to your best friend for literally gambling purposes, even if it was labeled loan. I think we just covered that. I mean, it's not like oh, I blew a few extra $100,000 on this and that. It's gambling, and it's crazy. We talk about Pete Rose, we talk about Shoeless Jackson, but this is technically a little different because technically you have the interpreter gambling and not Ohtani, and it's not gambling on baseball, but still very serious. You got federal law into it, and I mean, from a biased point of view, I want Ohtani to take the fall because I'm a Giant, and you're an Angel and all that. But it would be crazy that he would not play, say, in the postseason if the Dodgers were to go to the postseason, and that would be just insane given what he's done for the Angels. But from a non-biased point of view, it's like it would just kill the. I don't know how the world would look at the MLB being like, you had one of the best players ever, and now he's.
It would kill the sport.
It would kill the sport. Right?
It would be thrown on baseball. Yep.
He's the Babe Ruth, and then if the Dodgers go to the postseason, which is like a 90% chance, right? And then Ohtani's not playing his first postseason game. Like, I can imagine the heat that the commissioner would get. I mean, you name it. But at the same time, it's like, well, you can blame the commissioner all you want, but I mean, Ohtani, whether Ohtani knew about it or not, interpreters screwed over Ohtani. This is a really bad friendship, burning bridges.
To end this post, this post was also made by Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. So I mean, this is just something that I popped up on. But it ends with from the bookie's perspective, only number 2 and number 3 makes sense. Number 1 is the only thing a bookie shouldn't trust. The bookie is any good at if the bookie is making any good at making book. And that's the very excuse the bookie's lawyer is floating around. So either Boyer isn't a very good bookie, or Ippei and Ohtani aren't very good liars.
Yeah.
That's and again that stems from what I said earlier, is that you have to let this play out. It's too fresh right now, and it could be a year, months, a year, years. It could be resolved after Ohtani. I mean, hey, we don't know how far this goes. This could be branched to a lot of other players. We don't know that.
You want to bet?
Yeah, but even if this goes deep into like when Ohtani was an Angel, I mean, it's such big news. He's such a big name.
Even that, it's like, when did it start?
Why would it take longer than a year? I think it would be settled within at most 6 months. Like, I think we'd get an answer sooner than later, but not like
what's best case scenario. Best case scenario here is that they do a thorough investigation and comes to realize that there's actually a Ponzi scheme going on, and Arnie Moreno is a part of it, and he's forced to sell the team.
I wish.
Like, you talking about being
get that anchor out of here. Get him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Artie, no.
Well, as of now, he's not tied into it. But if he was, that would be great news for Angel fan.
Ohtani is speaking to the media tomorrow about this. Yes. So he is speaking. He's speaking in front of cameras for the first time since everything went down. So we're gonna get what type of lies he's tossing us. He's had a week to get his story straight. It probably won't be straight, but I don't know, man. We got a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts, but at the end of the day, that's your money, and I think you got a really good friend who's taken the fall and willing to run his name through the mud in order to,
let me ask this
keep
one
you looking good.
question, and then we'll move on.
Otani's so rich, he's going to get like the Johnny Cochran of gambling lawyer type. That just, I don't know. He's got a whole week to get a damn good lawyer and get his story
that's
straight.
The question is, if it's your money and somebody else is gambling it, are you gambling? Like, do you win it?
Well, I understand the state of California. If you want to go and actually gamble at said casino or whatnot, it has to be on an Indian reservation
in California.
But sports betting with all these apps and whatnot that's legal here, right? So if he did it that way, it's not legal here.
Nope. You download those apps in California, it's going to register your location, and it's not going to allow you to do it. Trust me, I tried during the Super Bowl.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you got to be across state line.
California's just that anal about gambling. All right, okay.
They want their money. They want their money.
Yeah,
what you gonna do?
All right, well,
California's messed up in a lot of ways, but we ain't got time for that. No worries.
We'll let the we'll let the Lincoln lawyers figure it out. Move on from here.
Really quick. Innocent or guilty? What do you think?
For who? What name?
Both.
Oh, I think the interpreter is guilty, and I think it's too early for Ohtani, but I'm leaning towards guilty because the possibility of him truly being innocent in a state that allows no gambling, excluding Native American Indian land, that possibility is so rare. So rare. I'm leaning guilty towards both. I know it sounds biased. I'm a Giant, but I'm going. But I think the interpreter will get a much harder punishment than Ohtani. Yeah, let's be real. That's hard for me to believe. That
what punishment is he going to get? He doesn't work for MLB anymore. He might get a fine that Ohtani's probably going to pay anyway.
I think they're both.
Well, the interpreter would get a government fine. You got the federal government getting into it, or the state of California getting into it, and maybe someone from the soccer people, whatever. But we don't really care about that. But yeah, those losers.
I think in the long run, when the investigation is over, I feel like both the interpreter for sure guilty because he's the one who did it, and that's the reason why it's out. Ohtani, if I'll say guilty when the dust settles, but I don't think anything happens to him. And if anything, I feel like it happens after his playing career is over.
How about
so they're going to defer his sentence?
Yeah, because it's like it's because in my head I just feel like there's more to this that we don't know, and there's more people connected to this that we don't know.
Oh man! Hey, look, let me give you the truth here. Okay, O.J. Simpson was found innocent, so anything can happen. However, I will say this: I think Ipe is a good friend. I think Ipe is a homie. You didn't hear a word out of this dude's mouth. He was awesome to watch, just being in the Angels dugout and stuff like that. So for that, all this comes out in light, it goes to show you don't know somebody behind closed doors for sure. So I think he's guilty, but I think he's taking the fall. And I think what happened was at the end of the day, Ohtani's got a lot of money and probably again, $4 million out of what this dude's net worth is like a drop in the bucket.
Right, but wait, Daniel. I think Ohtani knew though. You have a great friendship, and they've been
100% he knew.
Years.
100% he knew. Yeah, 100% he knew, and he was probably having Ipe place the bets for him. That's why, and then so they can kind of use this cover up to like, oh, he stole it. I don't know what happened. He's so sorry. Like, I don't know. I think they're both guilty. He has to get some type of punishment. Otherwise, you're going to have every boomer who's been trying to get Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame up baseball's butt, and it's just going to get uglier. So you have to do something, but they're not going to. It's not going to be a heavy fine or anything like that, or he's not a repeat offender. Yeah, I'd be more worried about the federal court, like Blake was talking about, than what Major League Baseball is going to do to you.
How about
fair enough.
I mean, I guess the interpreter's already gone, but Ohtani gets a big fine. You pick a number. Still, water in the bucket to his type of money overall. because
you don't go to a bookie in Newport. You don't go to some random dude there under the table just to put a couple bets. Like this was wasn't under
and that's what I was talking. That's what I was talking to Blake about yesterday. It's not like Ohtani pays Ipe cash. Like there's a connection with some sort of payment.
You got to be so stupid to wire gambling money though. Like
one thing I want to point out just for our listeners and viewers. Newport Beach, right, California, for those who don't know what that is, that's literally like the richest city in Orange County. It's like the Beverly Hills of Orange County. When you think about the richest places where you're from, I mean, this is some serious money we're talking about. This isn't like, oh, hey, $20 on that game, $100 on that game for the big one, and $50 for the coin toss or some random thing like that. No, this is like serious money. I think mid-season or late regular season, Ohtani gets a month suspension, or 40 games or 30 games, or something like that, 50-game suspension. He pays a big fine. I think he'll come back, and I think he'll be there for the postseason because no one's gonna be all right with him not playing in the postseason. And my Giants beat the Dodgers with Ohtani on the Dodgers, and we rise above it. So we got a lot more other baseball and other stuff to talk about.
All right. Well,
next week
we'll keep you guys updated. We'll keep you guys updated on this. We'll keep you guys updated on this.
We got so much,
sorry,
but it's starting good for us. It's starting really good for us, Angels and Giants.
We will move on to Blake Snell finally found a team.
Yes!
And that team is the San Francisco Giants on a 2-year, $62 million deal with an opt-out after the first season like all the other Boras client contracts.
The Boras special.
Oh, my goodness.
Snell and SF.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Real quick, I'm very happy and grateful. I'm a little more happy over this than even Chapman, but I am happy for both. I think the best part is that it's a 1-year opt-out because of the big trade deal going on next year with much more free agents. The draft and everything next year is going to be huge. So we need pitching. Pitching's a big thing with the Giants. It's hard for us to get some good, solid hitters. We got Soler, Jorge Soler, George Soler, I believe, and that was wonderful. But we need to lock down pitching. And we're doing everything we can to fight back against the Dodgers and the Padres. The NL West is going to be very tight. Probably the toughest division in the National League. Maybe all of baseball. But like you said, the AL East is very tough with the O's and all that stuff. So I'm very happy. I'm very grateful for it. I think it kind of goes to show that, ironically, I was wrong. Daniel was right, that our owner is making the right moves with the best options she has available as of this year. It's a struggle. I mean, I think the goal is Giants win like 88 games, maybe 89. Maybe, I don't know if we can push 90, but we try to get something in for the wild card because you got a tough division. But you got Webb, you got Snell. I went over the roster.
We got Logan Webb, Blake Snell,
but yeah,
Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, and Keaton Wynn. Your 5 starters of right now.
Well, I'll say this too, and I will backtrack kind of what I've been saying about the Giants the last couple of shows. I continue to say that the Padres and the D-backs were ahead of the Giants. I actually think that if 2 names that I'll give you in just a second even remotely show up to the people that they used to be, the Giants can easily make the wild card and really make some noise here.
Yeah,
that's Robbie Ray, who they acquired from Seattle. If he's anything like he used to be in Toronto, that rotation gets a lot deeper when he's back. And Alex Cobb, a lot of people forgot that he was on that team. Mm-hmm. If those 2 dudes come back, and now Harrison's your 5. Blake Snell won the Cy Young in the NL. Guess it was the
Webb.
Yeah, Webb was right behind him.
Runner-up.
You're going to have to face. So if those 2 dudes come back and you have a rotation of, at some point, Snell and Webb and Ray and Cobb and then Harrison, that could be a sneaky good
So at that point, you would put Jordan Hicks back in the.
Oh, 100%. He belongs. Okay. He belongs in the bullpen. Yeah, he throws 112.
I know, but they've made him a starter. That's why he's in the
They made him a starter because they made him a starter because he had no depth, and he's probably going to get some starts for a month or so. But at the end of the day, best case scenario for the Giants is that those dudes come back. They're able to be a 3 and 4. You don't need him to be an ace because you got 2 of them, and they slot Hicks into the bullpen.
Yeah, it's got the potential to be very.
It's looking great. It's looking better and better because
the
last couple of years been rough
compared to what it was a week or 2 ago, right?
Yeah.
Let alone a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah.
My opinion is, I think they seriously pole vault in the standings, and like Daniel said, have the potential to actually make a playoff run. I feel like they're on that. On that same wavelength as the Padres and the D-backs for that second place fight.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Is like
wait and see, because
when the Giants are now stronger with another big pitcher, we got Blake Snell. Blake's the Giant, right? Now you got the Giants, the Dodgers, the Padres, maybe even Arizona. I mean, with all this as of now, does that make the NL West more difficult than the AL East?
No.
Because we're talking about the toughest.
No.
Really? All right. It is just getting, hotter and hotter in the West. It's getting tougher and tougher, no doubt about it. But very grateful for that. I don't think we have the same legendary pitching coach. I think he retired a year or 2 ago. I think he retired after Rigetti. I think he retired a few years ago. I don't think we still have, but I'm trying to have faith in Bob Melvin. And we got Panda's veteran experience, at least, mentally, emotionally.
Got to sneak him in there.
Hope we do all right. Yeah, we got the Panda in there, Pablo Sandoval.
So bench. You could be bench warmer.
He's your bench coach right now.
We'll see. I think the Giants are truly making the right moves with the best options available, and I'm not going to sweat it if we have a bad start. We have a rough start in the season schedule.
Crazy.
Just for opening day or opening first week of baseball. So just wait it out. Just slow and steady wins the race.
Because you remember before he signed with the Giants, the Astros came in with a fat offer.
Yeah,
it was somewhere of like not what he wanted, but like somewhere in the ballpark of what the Yankees offered. A 5-year, $100 and whatever million. It's crazy because you think about the Astros, it's like, oh, they're going to be in the playoffs, no doubt. Right? And he was like, my West Coast preference is going to win this one out, and he stays on the West Coast with the Giants, and it took forever.
Yeah.
For this to happen, and he really wanted to play for the Angels, but we already know that Artie Moreno is
screwed that up. That's what's sad. That's what's messed up.
Is a donkey, and doesn't care about the team. Doesn't care. He doesn't care.
It's like the next best thing. Like the best thing probably would have been Blake to the Angels because the Angels need everything they can get.
That was his preference.
Moreno screwed up. At least when you go to the Dodgers, you try to find a positive in it all.
I'd honestly think.
Tell the team.
The Dodgers already. I mean, I don't even know why we're talking about them. But the Dodgers already have everything they need. They don't need anything else.
We talk about them because we keep our friends close, yet our enemies closer. But lost again, Dodgers will lose. They'll fall. And we just gotta give it time. Now we'll see. We just gotta give it time.
Printing out those bills in the basement.
Counterfeit money, dude. I mean,
they counterfeit it, give it to Ohtani, and then he tries to double it up.
All right, because not one other team in baseball can have that type of money they do, and there's no cap. It's there's no money cap. It's just ridiculous. It's just beyond unfair and justified. But hopefully, karma will come around. That's what's great about baseball.
That's Blake Snell was not the only Boras client to sign. There's one more.
Hello.
Mr. J.D. Martinez signed a 1-year, $12 million deal. The New York Mets.
Hey, that's good.
My general take from this is okay. Mets Mets still have a pretty good lineup for what it is. Their pitching is but I mean, JD Martinez doesn't pole vault the Mets into the playoffs. The NL, it's the same. The NL East is the NL East is the Braves and the Phillies. There's no other team
that
is even going to remotely come close to contention. Maybe that another wild card spot out of the NL or the NL East, but
that's the big question. Is that going to give him a wild card because the West is going to be so close?
JD Martinez
and nothing coming out of the Central.
He can hit, and him batting behind the likes of like Pete Alonso or just being he's not going to be he's DHing. To be real here, he's their everyday DH,
right?
And I don't know. I don't think this really changes anything. That's line. Sorry. Not being a Yankee bias over here.
He's gonna get flipped. He's gonna get flipped at the deadline. I think he's got a pretty reasonable contract to where, I think he's 1 year, $12 million, which isn't crazy. He could have got way more. So he's going to be expendable. I agree with you. I don't think this pushes the line. I think the Mets are very, especially in the middle of that lineup, very home run hitter, right? You got Pete Alonso and you got JD Martinez back to back, and they're pretty similar as far as type of bat that they carry. So if I'm a Mets fan, I don't know if I want that. Trying to go a little Bash Brothers there. I'd like to prefer kind of get a lefty righty thing going there, because otherwise you might hit some issues coming from the right side. But that was a decent signing. I think it made the lineup at least a little bit deeper. I don't know who they were going to roll out at DH. Was it Daniel Vogt?
I don't know.
I think so. I mean, take what you got. See if you can get it. See if you can, catch fire and make it. But that division's too tough, and I don't think is what they need.
The biggest problem that the Mets have is that their pitching rotation is just junk. So, who knows? They could surprise all of us and do well, but I doubt it. There's too many.
I doubt it too.
Too many 4+ ERAs in that rotation.
Yeah. The NL East is mainly Braves and Phillies. We covered that. If the NL West was like the Central where each got one team, then the Mets got a chance for a wild card. But it's not like that. That's just a short and simple version. If it was just one team out of the West, just like the Central, then you got a big fight in the East. But it's not like that. It's like if the Braves win the East, or if the Phillies win the East, maybe one wild card there. But I think, the wild card's coming out of the West. I mean, maybe even all of them. So we'll see. But it ain't enough for the Mets. I got nothing against the Mets, but it's just not looking good for wild card in general for Central East because the West is so stacked up. It's where all the money's at.
We'll go to the only Boras client that has not signed yet, Mr. Jordan Montgomery. Initially, the only contact that he's had, or any sort of like, how are you, David here? Gotta tell you, every time I edit these videos, these Boras clients seem to be signing. So I'm just gonna spill the beans now. Jordan Montgomery, 1 year, $25 million deal with the Diamondbacks. I'm going to kind of time skip and fast forward through the whole segment that we did for this when we thought that Monty was still a free agent. So enjoy the edit. I got a laugh out of it. And we'll probably cover this next week as well. But my take is this division is going to be fun to watch with all the acquisitions that the Giants, the Padres, and now the D-backs have done. Colorado, sorry, your bottom feeders in the cellar. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Probably have a couple more edits later, anyways. Horrible communication with teams and actually trying to get a deal done was with the Red Sox. But the Red Sox were away from the big money value. But Boras is hard set on a $175 million deal of some sort. Is
he really going to get a deal like that, though?
I don't think so. But when you're a player with I don't say player with puppet divorce, and
yeah, but everybody else's contracts have caved. Like, shouldn't you expect his to be a 1 year, 2 year? Like, he's still in that group of players that have just signed, like Snell and all that.
My thought process is he's the pitching
No, he's not. There's no way. No, he's not. There's no way.
Cy Young winner.
He'll sign a $50 million 2-year deal with an opt-out after next year to go to the Yanks. You guys will pay him probably $25 million this year just to be that stopgap insurance if something happens with Cole.
So you're not in this free agency saga with Boras. So I don't know.
Wait, I do if Arizona talks to him, because you see all the other NL West teams, excluding Rockies, going after getting deals done.
Well,
sound it out.
Sound it out. I want to make a bold prediction. I like him going to the Yanks, but I kind of want to make a bold prediction and say 1 year with.
I love that team. Arizona would be dirty because he'd be a 3-4 there, and that would just get them deeper.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say Arizona though.
We'll wait to see what Monty does in a month. I also wanted to add this and I know this was brought up last episode with me saying Clayton Beeter was going to fill the 5th role for the Yankees, but it's been Aaron Boone has stated that,
wrong, bro.
Aaron Boone has stated that Luis Gil is going to be our 5th starter. I just wanted to add that in there. He's been with the Yankees since the start of his minor league run, and he has been called up to the majors in the past seasons, and he's done good and bad, and I don't knock it. And I know you guys probably don't know who this guy is at all. He's got nasty off speed pitches. It's just command is his command.
Sound it out, David.
His command is kind of at times, so it's I don't know how I feel about it.
That's why he's not a major leaguer. He's getting pushed to the major leagues because of an injury. You shouldn't feel good about it. Let's just say that. You shouldn't feel good, Davo.
I don't feel good about it.
It should feel like some pretty bad indigestion. It should feel like you just had Taco Bell at 2 a.m. That's how it should feel.
Yeah. In terms of that, hopefully Monty signs next week. We'll see.
Trevor Bauer, can we get this man a home, please?
He's playing cage ball with momentum, man. He's
cage ball.
Nobody wants him, man. I don't know. It's he league minimum. Come on, league minimum, guys.
Don't he got an attitude problem, or am I just?
Who doesn't have an attitude problem, Blake?
He's pretty cocky.
Oh, okay. We're all human, you know. It happens.
Anyways, we'll end this out with talking about the Dodgers and the Padres Korea series, the 2 games that they split.
Korea.
What was the first? The first score was what? The Dodgers beat the Padres 5-2.
I think it's 5-2. The Padres actually had that lead going into the 8th, and if you guys recall, in the 8th inning, ball was smacked. I don't know who hit it. I think it was Mookie Betts.
Gavin Lux chops one right side. Outman gets out of the way, and the ball gets into right. Gavin Lux chops one to the right side of the infield. Jake Cronenworth couldn't get.
Worth is walking off the field saying the glove broke, and he needs a new first base glove.
But somebody hit it, and it went right through the glove of Cronenworth at first base. Like, he caught it. It just went directly through his glove and into the outfield, and the Dodgers ended up putting 4 in the 8th. So that's kind of where the wheels came off the truck there. Padres really had control of the game throughout.
Wow.
And then game 2 was freaking slobberknocker. I think the final score on that one was like 15-13 or 15-12. Wow. It was nuts. There were a lot of runs, which was good. Good for the Korean folks to watch that game.
I mean, it's just bad timing in the schedule. I don't know why you do that before everyone else starts the regular season, but I kind of see how they try to make money and advertise the Korean market and all that good stuff. But them starting early is just odd because presuming they play 162 games like everyone else, they just get a longer rest period. Presuming they go to the postseason, like in the end, they get more to rest up at the end of the regular season than other teams, and that just don't seem fair. Like it really don't. Because sometimes when you rest too long, you get too cold and you lose the momentum. So that's a plus side for the enemies. But at the same time, everyone should just start literally like this within the same few days. Game one, whether you're home or road of the regular season, should be within the first 2 or 3 days for every single team. If it can't be the same day, and that aside,
yeah, let me.
But, my Giants beat the Royals, and my Giants were down. No, I want to say this. I'm sorry. I want to say this. I'm great. I know it's preseason, spring training, and it was great. We beat the Royals. I'm so happy with that. But back to them, we were down 10-0 going to the bottom of the second, and we beat the Cubs 13-12. I couldn't believe it. I was very happy. I just want a quick shout out on that one. We had a bad start trying to figure out new techniques that weren't working, and then we got our stuff together. But yeah, I'm not against the Seoul series, but I just think the timing is bad. They should have they did it too early, and then you got the whole Ohtani mess on top of that. So it's like it's wild. It's wild.
How are you? Me again. Edit me. Listen. I screwed up. Started talking about the Dodger Padre Game 1 playoff series that happened a couple of years ago. Yeah, we're gonna skip that, and we're gonna go right to where I find out I screwed up. So yeah, okay, thanks. Bye. I hope you enjoy the video. Take it easy. Wait, hold on. I had the wrong thing open. Give me segue. Give me
comment back. Play some bets. Ohtani play. I think he had a couple of hits.
Hold on.
Don't hold me to that, but I think he went something like 2 for 4, 2 for 5.
I saw Justin Turner on the list, and I was like, he not even there no more. I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Where's the stats, man? Where's the accurate stats?
I'm trying to figure it out, dude. Okay. Sorry. 5-2. You were right.
He might stay in Texas. You got a big rivalry there with them Texan teams in AL West. We'll see.
Ohtani went 2 for 5 with an RBI.
That's good, but it ain't like wow. It's spring training, you know.
Not spring training. Those games counted.
Oh yeah, my bad. Shit, we just talked about that. Shoot. We just talked about that. Yeah, the games counted. Season's early. Feel bad for the Padres though. Like Daniel was explaining, the Padres had it locked down, so it just gives them more incentive to get back at them later on. So,
oh no!
I think it's really a great sign for the Padres because they heads in the game for the majority of the game.
Tyler Glasnow started that game.
He pitched pretty well.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't the worst thing. Yamamoto, on the other hand,
nothing to the 8th. Great pitching.
And even then, like Darvish started the game for the Padres. He only pitched 3 innings, and there was a mess after that. It's Johnny Brito gave up the runs.
Thing, ball going through the glove. That pretty much sums up the game. The second game was an all-out bash. Like I said, it was like 15-12 or something like that. David, you could probably pull up the score and correct me. But Yamamoto got absolutely shelled.
And in bats, and Camposano. This one is going to challenge Muncy. Fair ball, 37. It is 5-0.
And I'm here for it. Like that dude's splitter was full.
Flat.
And he was getting hit left and right. You're giving up RBIs to Tyler Wade.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid $300 million to throw a ball. I will say the baseballs are different in Japan than they are here. So I will give him a little bit of time adapting, figuring that out. The laces, it really comes down to, I think the laces are wider here. I might have that wrong. And closer together, or more narrow in Japan, or it's vice versa, one of the two. But obviously, as a pitcher, you're probably taking some time to get used to that. Okay, great, whatever.
Yeah.
You get shelled again You're going to hear from me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. It was not just Yamamoto that got shelled because Musgrove also got shelled. Yamamoto pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs.
Musgrave's not making $300 million either.
True.
This is true.
I mean, we have games where they're slugfest, no matter who's pitched. Sometimes you have pitching duels where it's, both teams score only a couple of runs or 1-0. Then you have games where they both put up double digits. And I get that, but for how much, like Daniel said, for how much they got paid in the start of the season to give up that many runs and not figure it out after who knows how many innings, it's pushed unacceptable. I guess at the beginning of the season, let's give him time, but it's a bad start for him, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Trivia. Oh my god, I don't know.
So that said, so they split the series, so they're both 1-1 to start the season. And the home openers or away openers, whatever that happens on, I believe.
No game 3?
No, 2 games.
Wow.
This weekend.
Why MLB?
Right?
Why?
This weekend is game time?
Yeah, dude, Thursday. Well, the Angels play the Dodgers tonight. They play LA tonight, tomorrow, Angel Stadium Tuesday. No game Wednesday, and
Thursday.
in Baltimore Thursday. So,
yep. So yeah, season starts Thursday.
Dude, I'm scared.
Oh,
I don't like. Again, who's doing the schedule, man?
This
play
is
Thursday,
not,
Friday off.
I don't know, but this is not. We are not sponsored by T-Mobile at all. But if you are a T-Mobile customer, MLB.TV, another free season for MLB.
Yeah, Thursday.
We do have customers. T-Mobile.
This Tuesday, you can claim it.
Yes,
on the T-Mobile Life
if
app.
you need more, yeah.
So sponsor us, T-Mobile. We got you.
That'd be cool.
Got you.
That'd be very cool.
Let's segue to
also lower my bill.
Let's go trivia. let's end this out with trivia.
Who's got a question?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh,
good.
Question. The
trivia.
Do you have an answer?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I saw that video show the other day.
The Muffin Man. Anyways, the question is, who holds the Mariners' record for the most 4-hit games in a single season?
Give me something a little bit harder, please.
It sounds like Ichiro.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah, okay. You want something harder? Okay, fine. I thought that was going to be pretty hard.
Really? It's either him or Ken Griffey. Come on.
Junior. Okay, how about this one?
Senior.
How about this one? Okay, we'll do this one now. Blake said it first, so I'll give him the point for that one.
What?
You didn't answer with it.
I was making fun of you.
So? Okay, this one.
Oh my god!
Which pitcher has the most games?
It's not Daniel's fault. It's the lag.
Which pitcher has the most games of 10+ strikeouts in 2023?
Oh,
Spencer Strider.
Apparently, this isn't hard.
No, it's not. Dude was a beast last year.
Okay, let me ask this one. This will be the last one because you guys are just nailing trivia today.
thanks.
Well, actually, no. I retract this one, and I'm going to do another one. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Like what you didn't even ask. Okie dokie.
So you guys both have 1 point.
I have 2.
Woo.
You don't. I'll give you a half point for that because you were like, give me an easy one.
Half point.
Such a dong.
This one before Ronald Acuna Jr. and Corbin Carroll this season. Who was the last player with at least 20 homers and 40 stolen bases in a season?
See, that's a lot tougher.
40 home runs and 20 stolen bases.
Who was?
Okay, can you?
I'll repeat the
can
question.
You give me?
I'll repeat the question.
Give me an era. Give me an era. Give me an era. When do you play? The last 20-40 guy.
Between the years of 2010 and 2020.
It's Mike Trout.
I'll redo the question for Blake. Before Ronald Acuna Jr., so The guy who just stole what was he? Was whatever. Didn't he steal like 70 bags last season?
Yeah, it's filthy.
And then Corbin Carroll this season, who was the last player with at least 20 homers and 40 stolen bases in a season. Between the year, actually, no, it's too long. Between the years of 2015 and 2020.
It's still 5 years.
Now, don't tell me it's someone from the Astros. Just no.
I'm just gonna rapid fire some names. Bryce Harper. Okay.
Rizzo, Cubs.
No. It doesn't steal bags. Trey Turner.
American League.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Julio Rodriguez. Okay. Byron Buxton.
No.
Can I get?
Was he on the Red Sox?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say Mookie.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It wasn't Trout. It wasn't Ohtani.
AL. Wow. Was he on the Royals?
I know who.
Through the Royals.
Altuve.
No.
No, I already asked if he was on the Astros. David said no.
No.
It's been saying no a lot the last couple minutes.
No means no.
All right, give me a division.
AL East.
Of course.
AL East. Vlad Jr., the guy on the cover of the show, 24.
No.
Oh, Rosarina.
No.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
40 seconds.
Yeah, we got something from AL East.
If you start naming the teams, I will tell you that I will say yes on whatever team that you say.
I'd say Machado for the O's.
Machado.
No.
Oreos.
Did we get it? Okay, it's on the O's, but it's not Machado. Was it that cheater? That was a few years ago. Remember that cheater on the O's?
Not Chris Davis.
Chris Davis doesn't run. Okay. It's not Cedric Mullins?
No.
I know. It's the O's coach. That's who it is. All right. Game over.
Uh-oh.
Great. Peace. Mic drop.
I'm stumped, dude. I gotta log in.
I don't know all the O's.
This player had 24 homers and 40 stolen bases in 2019 for the Orioles. One more chance. You get one more chance.
I'm going to have to Google the O's lineup.
No,
I can't.
No Google. No Google.
I don't have any names coming to. Oh my God! What team did he used to play for? Maybe that would help me out.
Okay.
Currently play for. Oh man, I get some names here. I can't.
It's not Adam Jones. That was after his. Wasn't Rushman because he wasn't up yet. I'm stumped, dude. I don't really know much of Baltimore history, though.
Same. I think let's have a tiebreaker next show. Actually, who's keeping score? I don't know who had more points the last show and the other trivia questions, but yeah. Buck Showalter. That's the name of the coach. Or something like that.
Oh, dude, bust his hip just right in the lineup.
Stop, so cruel. Oh man, I think he coached for the Mets too, if I remember right, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He's played for the Astros. He's played for the Brewers, Baltimore. The last team he played for was the Angels.
Oh, Daniel! Oh my God,
the Angels.
Oh,
what bomb did we get from Baltimore?
2022.
I don't even know my own team.
Yeah, I think you stumped us, David. I kind of give up on this one. I ain't gonna get a name.
2022.
No, it was the last time he played in the majors. He's been a free agent since.
I quit.
Jonathan VR.
I wasn't gonna get that.
Oh, you weren't.
No, you. I wasn't gonna get that. He was with the Angels for like a month and a half.
13 games.
Yeah, not even a month.
Yeah, and this was
his peanuts, and then they let him go.
In 2018, he was traded from the Brewers to the Orioles. Played out 18, and 19 is when he did such thing. And then after 19, he went to. It doesn't matter. He went to the Marlins. And
well, thank you for that very humbling experience. Somebody that
you got two rapid fire trivias. You got two rapid fire trivias, and this one took up about 10 minutes. So,
oh, jeez.
All right.
No, it's already 7, you guys.
All right. Yeah. No,
My time.
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Next week, Qball. We miss you, buddy.
Come back, Q.
He'll be back in the studio. We'll see if any movement on the NFL front is gone anywhere. And hopefully Monty signs and we get. Actually, no. We'll get to go over. We'll get to go over the weekend series for the opener. Baseball. So that'll be fun for our teams.
Talk about how the Angels got swept. Yeah, that'd be great. Looking forward to that.
Or the Angels swept Baltimore?
Back to spring training championship.
Angels sweep Baltimore. We're going to have a lot to talk about.
Hell freezes over.
On Easter Sunday.
Anyways.
Fire.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We're out of here.
It can happen.
Down and outs, baby.
Down and Out Sports Podcast. Let's have a wonderful week.
Yep.
Enjoy opening week.
Happy Palm Sunday, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, and Easter next week, too.
So, Easter is March 31st. I think that's the first ever. It's always been in April, right? I think.
Coming early.
All right.
Wow.
Adios. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Peace out. Hey, how's it going? You made it to the end of the video. Oh, you got to see this in its entirety. Yeah, my question that I would like to see a couple comments. I'm gonna get their opinion from them the minute they watch this video as well. And by them, I mean like Daniel and Q. But MLB The Show. Some MLB The Show game clips on this channel at any point, and or Madden, during football season. Thoughts? Maybe. But just post random MLB The Show stuff up there. We'll see. Okay, next episode I'll run it by them. But I'm sure they're gonna watch this. Give me your input. All right, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching the video. Talk to you later.